Hello everyone, my name is Guangxin Zhao. Today I will introduce you the transportation of radionuclides in North Pacific Ocean. It will start from Japan to North America. Hope you guys like it. Here is the place where I came from, Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. An earthquake occurred at March 11, 2011. It resulted in a tsunami, and this tsunami hits the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. It resulted in an explosion of the 3 reactors, and all of the radionuclides was released. Cesium-134, Cesium-137, Iodine-129, and Strontium-90. All of them are radionuclides, which means they are able to release some radio ray, and such rays is harmful for organisms. Once they released into the ocean, they were able to be outed by ocean organisms like a fish. Once the fish aura them, such fish will be contaminated and they will stay in fish body, and this fish will show us some abnormal behavior like three eyes. If the contaminated fish in previous slides it's a small fish in this case, it will be a big problem because this fish included in a food chain, and the radionuclides will transport through this food chain, and they will eventually concentrated in the highest predator, like the shark in this case. But for the food chain, the human is one point in this food chain. So in other words, nuclear radius may probably concentrated in human body as well. So it is important to human to know where the radionuclides will go and their fate in the ocean. After the presentation, you will know both the problem, and I will introduce you one solvent to dissolve such problem. So how did the radionuclides transport in the ocean? This video will predict the pathway of them. So from this video we can see after the 4 years, they think the radionuclides will reach to the west coast of North America, and after 5 years they will separate it around west coast of North America. This is a map of North Pacific Ocean. The green circle shows you where the Fukushima is. When the radionuclides release into the ocean, a little bit of them will transported by some small current towards the west and reach to the east coast of China in 1 year. But most of them will transported by this strong white current, which called crucial. Crucial current is a warm current and towards the east. So all of them will carried by crucial current and towards the east. After 4 years, they will reach to the west coast of North America. At the beginning, actually, they were no way to transport it to the source because crucial blocked their way to the source. So the only way they have to follow crucial. Back to the west coast of North America, we don't find any strong current like a crucial. So the radionuclides will separate it around their surrounding further. If we see closely, we can see cesium-134 and iodine-131 disappear because they have the short half-life, so they have already disappeared in the ocean during the transportation. Only iodine-129 and cesium-137 can reach to the west coast of North America. So we know radionuclides transported by ocean current towards the east, and they will reach to the North American. But what happened in the atmosphere and in the soil and the organisms? So once the explosion occurs, most of the radionuclides will release into the atmosphere, and some of them will directly into the ocean. Atmosphere radionuclides may wash out by rain, and they will back to the river and then discharge into the ocean. Once they discharge in the ocean, a little bit of them may shrink down to the sea floor, but most of them will be carried by the current and towards the east, actually. So what's the fate of them in organisms? Do you remember the big fish, the contaminated fish we talked about at the beginning? Such fish may able to consumed by a human. So if human consumes this fish, the radionuclides will transport it in human body, and it will result in human cancer or some unhealth about human. Radionuclides actually is very harmful for human and other animals, but it's hard for human to trap them in soil and water. So it is important to find a way which is environmentally friendly, can degrade or trap them or concentrate them, and help humans to clean them from the environment. So one way we introduced in this case is called fetal remediation process. This process allows people to plant some specific plant. Such plant is able to degrade, observe and degrade the contaminant, and convert them to the nutrients, which is then back to the environment, and it will good for the environment and clean the soil and water system. So this video shows you how does it work. If you don't have any plant, the contaminant will directly discharge into water, but if plant existed, the root will observe the contaminant and degrade them, then transfer them to the nutrients and back to the environment. This waste actually is environmental friendly and eco-friendly. So as the conclusion, crucial current is the major way of the radionuclide transport through the North Pacific Ocean, and actually because this current towards the east, so the radionuclides will follow this current and transport it to the east, and eventually they will reach to the North America and west coast of North America. Once the radionuclides enters in the ocean, they are able to transport it through the food lines in the ocean, and the highest predator will concentrate the more radionuclides, and the human probably will be the highest predator, and they have the negative effect of human body, and this threatens humans' health. So people have to figure out a way which which is good for both environment and the humans themselves. So fetal remediation was introduced. Thanks for listening.